We're good. Luis, what's up, man?
What's up, Richard?
What's up,
Long time
baby?
no see, man.
Shit, man. So we were just talking about the video. Okay. Can you explain to me why that video when you interviewed me blew the hell up and that's over 2 million, bro? What do you think that? Because you told me I knew that was gonna blow up.
When you start talking about parents and parenting back then and the trauma that we went through, it gets everybody rolling because it's relatable to everybody. So when we talk about that our parents used to hit us or that our parents used to do this, that nowadays if you say your parents are doing that, no mames, te llega la policía. But we talked about, you talked about something that was so relatable to adults, what they went through. So now that every adult has TikTok and Instagram, they're like, no mames, yo también pasé por eso. And yeah, they're like, dude, my dad used to do the same
Do
shit.
you think it's because we never talked about it?
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like, we never been this honest. Like, you even told me, damn, motherfucker, you don't hold back. I'm like, no, why?
Yeah, no, that's why even at the beginning of that podcast, I mean, you say, why the fuck would I hold anything back? What am I ashamed of? And that's how I tell everybody. It's like, yo, like, if you have something you don't want to talk about, please tell me. But at the end of the day, like, that's what made you. That's who you are because you went through whatever breakups, whatever trauma, whatever situation. Like, bro, that makes you. So with that topic, it's just no one talks about it. No one's ready to talk about it. And no one thinks that there's a platform for it. So I just brought it to our platform. So talking about parents, relationships, breakups, and, you know, growing up back then, oh, yeah, güey, no mames, yo también pasé por eso. And like, damn, I wish I could have said that. You could, fool.
Are you like the cheapest version of therapy
Honestly, yeah, bro.
for Latinos, bro?
Sí, güey, nomás dame una botella de tequila y...
Bro, I'm serious because like if I you know, when I bring a guest over, one, I'm a fan. Second, I research these guys and I'm going through your entire podcast and I'm like, man, these are therapy sessions. The fact that Latinos can sit here and we're talking about these things openly.
Yeah.
And people are crying. That's why I was like, I'm gonna make you cry, bro. You make everybody cry, bro.
Yes.
They're literally, that's a therapy session.
It's porque it goes into our name. It's also like podcast. Me and my guy Dylan, my whole team. Pero when you're with your compas at a party, backyard boogie, estás tomando. Llega a las 1 de la mañana, 1:30, ya estás poquito pedo y, no, güey, deja hablarte de mi novia, güey, me dejó. And it's like, all right, we can have that same conversation at 11 in the morning, just not that drunk. I just got to ask you the right question.
Yeah, because the first thing you said, you want a shot? It's like, whoa. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Relax.
Yeah, people believe that one shot or a couple drinks gives them the confidence. It gives them that reassurance. But like that's why I still drink before, porque me pega los nervios. But I'm just not ashamed of saying whatever I need to say, just the way you told me at the beginning of it. Why the fuck are you ashamed? And yeah, even my mom like, no, aren't you worried that they're gonna say it? ¿Para qué?
You're the one that said it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm saying it, and
you said this. Yeah, I was there when I said it.
You can have 10 negative comments, but you're gonna have 100 other people that agree with you. They just never had the balls to say it themselves.
Can you explain your team for me? Because you're here. I mean, there's a team behind you. There's another gentleman sitting. I'm horrible with the names, Luis. What's his name?
Mr. Dylan.
Mr. Dylan. Dylan, by the way, sexy Dylan. Big shout out, dude. Nice guy.
That guy's in San Diego right now living it up. He's doing his thing out there.
Okay.
He said, I'm going to do a meet and greet over here. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I just have people asking me to go over there. I'm like,
all right.
Shit.
Excuse me, Mr. Dylan.
I'm like, all right.
All right. Shit, but hay pa todos.
My team, man.
Tell me your team. There's a group.
Yeah. So my co-host Dylan, who used to be the cameraman when I started out in LA, and we were supposed to have, one of our guests was supposed to bring his wife. And she's like, hey, she's not coming today. But we had set everything up for 3 people. And I was like, yo, jump in. Like, people already know you. You know, I post you all the time. It's like, ¿qué perdemos, güey? Nada.
Yeah.
Sit in. All right. Sat in, and it got like, the confidence just went through him. He was like, I like that. And I was like, you know, I kind of like having 3 people on this podcast, 3 to 4 people. And he's like, all right. But as it progressed, like my friend Ashley, she's another one that's like the mom of the team, where if we're going to act up, she's like, guys, relax.
Yes.
Slacken. I'm like, damn. All right, cool. Jose, El que te sirvió como 3 shots in un cup.
Yeah.
Es un pedo, güey. He's a professional shot pourer that he's going to make you leave out of there drunk if you don't put a stop to him. But I used to coach with him. He's a personal trainer who trains us. And he is also now our shooter. So now he'll take the pictures throughout the podcast. He's the one that's getting like the intros for us and stuff like that. And then our other Jose is a common name. We have like 3 different Jose's in
Bro, but that's why we come up with nicknames.
Yeah, so
Jose el Gordo, Jose el Flaco.
So we have Jose No Way, the shooter, and then we have Pepe. So he's the one now that I talk about business with him. He's quote unquote trying to convert him into our manager in a sense. Mm-hmm. But él va a la escuela. He knows how to write emails. He knows how to talk. I'm like, hey, fool, I wanted this, but I know how you could put it in a better version than me. So he does like our back end type of stuff. But he's the one that could talk about like, all right, this is our budget, or this is what we're trying to do.
Let me ask you, because first, what motivated you to do this? Like, was it just you were drunk one night and you and your friend said, hey, we're going to fucking do this podcast?
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Did anybody tell you how to make a podcast?
Nope.
Did you just go to YouTube and say, okay, what do I need?
It literally started because, I mean, everybody knows it. I went through mental health during COVID, just like everybody else. But I was watching these big old speakers on YouTube making thousands and hundreds of dollars, thousands of millions of views. I'm like, no mames, güey, yo también, I know this, bro. Like, I have conversations already.
You know what's weird is there's a difference. There's a difference to listening to Anthony Robbins, and there's a difference to listening to somebody that actually has been where you're at and tells you can get out. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? It's weird because I can see your podcast, and it's people that look just like me, that have the same color skin, going through the same shit that I went through, and I'm like, oh shit, I can actually get the fuck out.
We're relatable.
Dude, completely, because you're talking about monuments and places that I associate with. When you tell me, when I hear conversations on your podcast, people are talking about HP, Downey, Southgate, Huntington Park, and I'm like, man, that's where I grew up. And they're like, yeah, dude, I came from there. And from there, I grew up and then did this and this, San Fernando, East LA. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So just the fact that it's documented, and there's another Latino that can actually run into this, because they will run into your videos and they gravitate to it and they go, wow, this is crazy. Goes back to the point where it says, why did you wait till you were 23 to become a comic? Because nobody around me was a comic. And nothing motivated me to be a comic. Nobody told me that I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for you to do something like this.
It's just like you have those friends, your brother, it could be close friends too, where you actually have conversations about life. Like Chile, like, yo, like, I've been feeling this way, and I like start going through shit, right? And one night, me and my best friend John, we were at the apartment, and we opened the fucking bottle to 3, 4 in the morning, and this is my white boyfriend from Jalisco. Like, he's everything to me. And
your
white boyfriend from Jalisco.
White boyfriend from Jalisco. Are you coming out today? I mean, it's June.
No.
And we love you regardless.
No, thank you so much.
You have a
Richard.
safe space here where we accept everybody. So this is your white boyfriend from Jalisco.
Yeah.
All right, great. Okay. Does your wife know about this? Your kids?
She will now.
She will now. All right, great. That is awesome. We love you.
Thank you, Richard. Everybody has those friends que no matter what happens, what trauma, no llora. Y esa noche, we were drinking. He started crying. Like, I got some good questions out of him, and he's just like, I was like, damn. I was like, I wish I could replay this fucking conversation, and I can post it, and let someone else hear this shit. And I was like, you know what? I need to start something. And then it started with my baby mama buying me a camera. She's like, hey, I know what you want to do. Here's your start. Figure this out. And I'm like, all right. The whole month of December, we were just on YouTube. All right, what microphones do we use? How do we edit? How do we
Baby mamas, do you see that? That's where you become important. You understand? Buy your man
a camera please. And the good ones too, please. Yeah, so she did that, and then we just went a whole, like, people think that a podcast is now, hey, buy microphones, cameras, lights, said and done. Bro, I bought the gaming microphones. I was recording straight to my computer. I was literally using just iMovie and just recording to 3 a.m, drunk as fuck, 6 a.m, 7 a.m, waking up, editing, and just posting with no idea. I was like, I just need to have this shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I tell people is like, I put the first one out there, which is just me sitting in front of the camera, like, hey guys, my name is Luis. My podcast is gonna be this. Everybody laughed. No mames, way. Hey, proud of you. Are you serious? What is that? What's podcasting? I'm like, oh, we're just gonna.
What year was this?
20, getting into 2021. Yeah, beginning 2021. January 2nd week of January, I posted the first one. Second week, I had my first guest, my friend Paco. Posted that one. Y luego, el orgullo. If I post one thing, I gotta do it again. Porque si no van a decir, no, ese güey es bien mamón. Ese nomás empieza y termina. I said, fuck that. I'm not gonna be the laughing stock of anybody. Posted the second clip. Boom. Went 20 weeks straight. My son, who was a year old, was asleep in the room, and we record every Friday night, 12 a.m. till about 3, 4 in the morning. While this was knocked out, and we're fucking getting drunk in the living room, and shit popped off. It was okay, bro. 10 views, 100 views, but just to see my face on fucking YouTube, I was like, wow,
I did it. I'm not a loser.
I'm not a loser. But hey, my dad's calling me. I gotta go to work. I'll be right back. And yeah, so it was like, bro, you see your face on YouTube, and Eduardo, ¿vas a venir a trabajar?
No sé, los seguidores, they might hunt me down. I don't know if I can do my job now.
No sé, pa. And yeah, like people don't understand that people think that because you're a comic, when you started, that's all you're doing, bro, and you're gonna be rich as fuck and driving Mercedes and
you're not.
Yeah, I have my Bentley outside. I used to have my Bentley, my friend's Bentley and Mercedes on the back. Yeah, we're making a shit ton of money. No mames.
That being said, people would say, hey, I mean, is the podcast giving you all this money? And that's one of the things that I asked you. Are you guys monetizing now? Or are you guys getting some money? There is some money. It's not a lot of money, but there is some money. Not enough for you to say, I'm going to raise a family, or you know what I mean? So what do you do when you're not doing the podcast?
So mato ratas, güey. I kill bugs.
Ratas. Oh, shit, Tekashi. Watch out, motherfucker. He's going to get you. He's going to get you.
Yeah, no, my dad has a business, JLV Pest Control, and now I've been doing that for 8 years now.
No, promoted. What is it?
JLV Pest Control.
JLB.
Someone you can trust. Call us. Fool.
There you go. You got a rat in your house, we'll kill him.
De cuatro o dos patas, we got you.
De cuatro o dos patas. That's on a t-shirt, homie.
Yeah, and at first it wasn't that I was shameful, but I was embarrassed. I'm like, how am I gonna do social media, but I'm fucking killing bugs over here? I was like, damn, bro, like what
Are you
like,
kidding me? That's freaking awesome. I would want to know that I can call you for that too.
Yeah, so at first I was like, damn, bro, like all right, how is this gonna be successful? How can I make it happen? And we just kept going, bro, But one thing that I will tell everybody is we started podcasting with no expectation of return of money. We did it because we love it, and we still do it to today. It's just now it's a little different. Now it's, okay, there's going to be money, but you still do it weeks in. Like the video that we did popped off. But 2-3 weeks prior, that video did a couple 100,000. But it was just like, damn, I used to complain about, I used to be happy getting 100 views. Now I'm complaining because I get 1,000.
A lot of people don't know that you're that kid. Usted tiene seguidores 26. Entonces su familia lo único que le dice, sí, unos amigos. They're like, you're that original audio, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you were that kid that got a little bit my question is, friends you've left behind, bro?
Had to.
You have? Like, do you have like friends? Because that's something I wanted to ask you is, through this journey of life, there's people you will flake off, friends that I want to know specifically the friend that hurt the most that you knew you had to cut off. Because I just went through that, and I wanted to ask you that, like, because it was hard. Okay, let me tell you something. I don't have a lot of friends, but the ones that I do have, I take very good care of because I don't have a lot. I had to let go of this one. Did you ever have to let go of those friends? And which one hurt the most?
Damn. Well, it's crazy how this shit works, but when I started podcasting going on 3 years now, I had to let go of my best friend that I grew up with because we were just in a whole different scenario. Cheeseman's got around, and I just stopped answering calls.
What do you mean Cheeseman's got around?
Yeah, you know, like he said, she said type of shit, or he's talking shit because of this and stuff like that. And I mean, this is the moment where I have my son. I'm already doing podcasting. We're about a month or two in, and I'm hearing this shit, bro. And I was
Hearing what though?
just hearing that. I took it very personal because this is my best friend that we went to junior college. Güey, ¿tú tienes dinero? No, güey. Okay, yo sí, güey. Yo compro tu comida ahora. Or we would go to college and we only had empty on the gas tank. Okay, let me put $15 for you. Put 10 and we'll make it. Broke, fool. Broke as a joke. We would literally fucking either have negative in the account, driving the little, what was it, '02 Honda, but we were living life.
Yeah.
And we grew up and then we started having stuff. We had cars and we started going out. We started doing this and that. And then it hurt when I heard, hey, this was said, he's not your friend, bro. That you're just someone that's there. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, he said that. I asked him if he's still cool with you. He was like, no, he's just right there. We're just acquaintances. It's like, no, man. And now I'm not problematic. I'd rather not address a situation. I'd just rather just leave because there's no reason why this should happen. So my best friend for, it was like 10 years. Boom, flat out. I just moved away.
Did you ever call him and ask him? Hey, I heard that we're not friends.
We had a conversation probably like a couple of days later, and then it was just more of a, nah, bro, I would never say something like that. And this is the first time in 10 years that I hear something like this. I'm like, ¿para qué, güey? And then I hear from other people, ese güey te envidia, güey, porque tú andas allá de party y ese güey allá en la casa con sus hijos. I was like, vergas, de veras. And I was like, you know what? If I want to do this journey of positivity and mental health, I got to let go. But now it's a lot different because shit happens for always a reason. 2 years later, just recently, 2022, I ran into him at a bar. And one of those things is like either putazos or you man up and you just talk about it. Y algo me dio, güey, and I was like, hey, güey, I love you, bro. And he was like, hey,
eso es lo que te dio, güey. Te dio culo, güey.
No,
like,
güey.
Come on, fucking fuck me up. I better fucking say what's up, homie.
No, güey, my boy, the fool's what, 5'8". He's 5'8".
He's spunky, bro.
Oh, he had a bottle. He had a bottle in his hand, just ready to fly. But my thing is like, if I have to let you go, it's for a reason, and it's for me to progress. And if you want to just leech on because now we sit down with famous people or we go here or there, I don't need you, bro. Like when I'm with my friends, we're just normal. I'm regular. Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a pot? Yeah, bro, it does good. Mm-hmm. Oh, you have all that? Yeah, it's cool, bro. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about us. I want to be here. Like
one of the lessons that I learned in life was in the LA Marathon. In the LA Marathon, I remember I got in for the wrong reason. I ran the LA Marathon. I actually finished the marathon.
Did you run?
Yeah, you can register. It's registered. My name is registered. You can look it up. 1996. My time was 4 hours and 47 minutes.
Caminaste, güey?
Wait, no mames, wait. That's a good time. I ran, bro. I trained for that marathon, and if you look at the scores, that's a good score. The winner comes in 2 hours. And that guy does it for a living. These are 24 miles, bro.
Those are the fools that wake up just to go run.
Nah, for fun.
Run. Hey, what do you do today for fun? Yeah. I'm going to run 10 miles. No, man.
So I took it serious, but my friends didn't. But they all showed up because they needed more bodies to justify that Students Run LA. By the way, great program, Students Run LA. So they showed up. They got a T-shirt. They got the shoes and everything. And we're running. And I literally associated the marathon to life because as I was running this marathon, little by little, all the friends that were with me kept, for some reason, getting off the race. Yeah. They would either, I'm tired, I'm leaving. Oh, my mom just called me. Or no, back then there was no cell phone. It was just, I got to go. My mom wants me to be home by this time or whatever. Yeah. Raymond went and got beer. Some of these guys got hurt. And at the end of the day, some of them even told me, let's just walk it. And I said, I'm good. I'm going to run. At the end of that marathon, I remember finishing. Nobody was around me. I got in my car. I went home, and I was so tired. And nobody was there. I mean, like, literally, you just finished the marathon. They give you your medal. I got in my car. I went home. Yeah. I got home and I went to the couch and I crashed. And I remember hearing the conversation between my mom and my dad. And my dad said, ¿Qué tienes, Richie? And she's like, que corre un maratón. Cabrón, huevón, que se ponga a trabajar. That is the congratulations I got at the end of a marathon. And I realized then, that's life. Like, nobody's going to fucking pat you in the back. You did it because you wanted to do it. And from that point on, I grabbed that experience as the rest of my life. I said, people will come into my life and they will leave. They serve a purpose. My parents fucking took care of me, but at the end of the day, don't expect them to fucking pat you on the back.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's how my team came around, because when I started podcasting, it was just me, my baby mama behind the camera, and me and her would just run it, bro. And then we ended up buying our house, moved it to Fontana.
Why aren't you married?
Why am I married?
Why aren't you not married? You because your baby's mama's there. She bought you a camera. She runs the camera. She gave you a kid.
It's crazy.
Why aren't you married?
Yeah.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, because you want me to tell you the truth. When I go to your podcast, I'm asking you, why aren't you and your baby mama married? And that could be a great fucking question for the rest of the world.
So I'm 27. I got my 2 babies. Reason why I never got married since the beginning. We had my son at 23, right? I was turning 23. Not 1 cent saved, not anything. Not just hopes and fucking dreams of one day we're going to buy a house, then get married. I thought by right now, I would be at least a couple 6 figures in my bank account. No, mames. Pinches $10 a la verga, nomás para salir a comer un pinche McDonald's.
Pero la troca fuera al 100.
Al 100 a la verga. And, you know, I had a lot of growing up to, especially having my son. But my thing is, I want to get married and do it one time only, and do it the right way. So for me, it was like, hey, I want to get you the ring that you always wanted. I want to get you the wedding venue you always wanted. Y no quiero andar looking and asking people for money para patrocinar. I want to do this shit outright. So when I got into living on my own and having this podcast, I was like, one day this is going to pay back and everything else will work out. So we can do everything else and have everything we ever wanted. Because you get doubts, bro. Like, again, that conversation as an adult, cásate. My dad's the same way, bro. Eduardo, cásense, al civil, aunque sea. Es importante. Dije, Dad, like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's nothing against it. People get married right away. And one of the reasons is because they have a kid or they think they're in love. 2 years later, 3 years later, we have the highest fucking divorce rate. Y luego, ¿qué pasó con el amor? No mames, estaba bien enamorado. That's why you went and fucking eloped to do this, and now you're not. My thing is, you're going to go through a lot of shit with your partner, especially as first-time parents. So me and her went through everything. From not knowing how to parent, knowing something, disagreements, therefore and back. Like, this isn't easy either. Having a whole career in social media is not fucking easy. It's just, hey, aguantamos o no? And I'm gonna get married. Right now, I tell them, I'm not gonna get married.
Can I tell you why I brought this question up? Because people will always do that to you.
Yeah.
Fuck people. Do you understand? You do whatever the fuck fits your life.
Yeah.
Don't please anybody. Don't please your dad. Al civil. ¿Pa qué? This is not you. This is me. I get to choose what I need to do with my life. I'm not telling you because I want to hurt you. I want to see that answer because I want you to know that you're right. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your life because at the end of the day, when the shit hits the fan, your dad's not there, I'm not there, and 100 other fucking people that say, ¿por qué no se casaron? Are not there. Do you understand? Where the fuck are you now that this shit hits the fan?
You know what?
So do whatever the fuck you want.
One of the biggest powers that I have now, I get to decide my own destiny. As much as you may disagree with whatever I do, hey, motherfucker, it's my life. Si yo la cago, it's because it was my decision. And that's the only person I can ever blame. I can't blame my mom, my dad, my sisters, or anybody for my fuck up. Not even my friends. My friends know this. You may have an opinion, but I'm sorry, dog. Like, I got to do this shit my way. So at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, no, güey, es porque ese güey me dijeron hacer esto y mira, güey, ¿dónde estoy? Why the fuck did you listen? Again, I'm 27, bro, and people like, oh, fool, you haven't lived yet. No mames, güey. I probably lived more than what you have already, but it's in my terms now. But it took a while, you know, up until right before into having my son, bro. I was just trying to fit in. I thought having cars was fucking cool. I thought having the fastest car was cool, and I sold my car, was upside down, leased another car, sold that one, leased another one. I was fucked up.
Why are you broke? Why is it that this is not your own? You're not the only one going through this. You understand? There's so many Latino.
Sorry, I'm jumping in real quick, just to go back to why aren't you married? Let me ask you something.
Sure.
That's Teddy, by the way, the producer.
I'm gonna chime in a little bit. Just because something similar happened with me and my wife, but I wanna ask you.
Let's see.
What do you think she would say if you were to ask her, regardless if it was with the savings you want, the ring you want, the house you want? What do you think she would say?
It doesn't matter. We've had this conversation. It doesn't matter. The one time, like, my thing definitely is when they get into the girl talk, they get judged by their girlfriends and aunts and mom. ¿Por qué no hacen esto? There's no fucking funds. You know what's right now in the destination wedding? You know how much a destination wedding is? I just went to one of the fucking most prolific ones in Mexico. 3 days of nonstop partying. Almost fucking 6 figures. You think writing a regular job is gonna fucking provide for that shit?
But that's not the question you asked.
My question to you is,
So-
do you think she'll say yes?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
So then who cares about the size of the ring? Who cares about the destination wedding?
But once again, and this is my argument. Who cares what you think? I want him to do what he wants to do in his life.
Right.
I don't want people to pressure you into doing something you don't feel comfortable. Meaning, if he does get married and she does say yes, in back of his mind for the rest of his life, he goes, I only had a chance to do it once, and I didn't do it like I wanted to do it.
So I'll ask the counter. When you get married, if you're married, do you want to give your wife everything she ever wanted?
I want to build everything together that she ever wanted.
Perfect. So I'm the same way. As I want to build this empire.
Right.
Where, again, when you're building something, there takes a lot of components. There's a lot of rainy days that you don't go to work. There's days where shit's not gonna work out. Your partner, if she loves you, you could be dead broke, but she's still gonna love you. Me personally, as a man, I want to provide everything for this person. She can have her own stuff. El dinero no importa, right? It's about the feeling. But at the end of the day, I want her to live a dream that she's always wanted. It just takes a little bit of time. So, la paciencia.
I get it. And I know where you're coming from, too.
Yeah.
And I see it now. I reflect now. Is don't wait for life to pass you by just because you don't have enough money. Now, think about it. There's still partners in life. Regardless, you have kids with her, you are bond for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
As partners, you will build on that.
Yeah.
Makes sense? So no piece of paper makes you a better partner. That's my argument. It's a symbolic thing, I think. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's a symbolic thing that once I can give her this, I will feel fulfilled as a man.
Yeah.
It's not about her. It's about me and how I provide and how I show her the maximum love and admiration that I have for her for being with me this entire time.
To just like on this topic, when you're in a relationship, young parents, you get judged. You get judged for living at home. You get judged for not taking care of your shit. If you're going out spending, you get judged no matter however you fucking live. But what happens there is sometimes the guy or girl, they get managed that way. Like, oh, well, they said we need to do this. Hey, a la verga. Like, it's us.
Yes.
It's 1 and 2. And when we have kids, it's 1, 2, and the little one there, and it's up to us no matter what.
You don't know how much pressure I got to have more kids. And I said, no, I'm having one. Why? Because this fits my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Fuck what you think. Fuck what my... am I doing the best I can with my daughter and providing as much time? Yes, because it's one. Do you understand? A lot of people criticize me and say, no, I'm even getting a vasectomy. I got a vasectomy. I burned it out. I was like, no, dude, I'm having one. Because in my life, it's a lot of pressure, bro. I'm in charge of another life. Yeah. And I need to do it right. And for me to do it right, I need to focus on this one because I don't have time for anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, kind of just sum it up, to be honest, I just want to, when that day comes, I want to make sure that I do it once, one time only, and I walk out of that day, that weekend, like, hey, we fucking did it, and we did it our fucking way. If there's gonna be hundreds of people, ni segue,
Yeah.
and it could be 10 people, but I know those 10 people are the ones that roll with me.
Yeah.
Those people are the ones that really supported and really just understood. You don't need nobody to fucking support you.
Your kids are old. How old now?
Man, my son is 3 and my daughter's 1.
3 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just getting started.
Exactly.
Wait until they turn 8 and 9. Bro.
No, ahorita, and it's tough because where I landed in this whole thing, like I'm not gonna paint this fucking perfect. Before I got lost, bro, I thought social media and success was going now, being now, partying, having 10, 20 people around you. Esa madre vale verga, bro.
Wait, hold on. Rewind this. What happened? You got a podcast that, fuck it, I'm going to go party now. What happened?
It was more of a, when we started going to LA, so my team developed when I moved everything to downtown LA.
Uh-huh.
So when we got to LA, Dylan got on. My friend Cindy was on and managing like the cameras and audio and stuff. And then friend Jose was still there. But there was no job roles. It was just people get there, show support. Básicamente vamos a hacernos güeyes.
I like it.
Yeah, so we would go every Sunday. So on Sundays, no haces nada. Just we would record, go eat, go to the gym, come home. And it was cool. And then we started, I forgot what guest what it was, but they were like, hey, we can only go on Saturday. Adios verga. We went out Saturday, recorded. We're like, dude, we're already out here in LA. What's up? Let's do this. And then I got lost in that sauce where it's like, hey, fuck it. We're going to party right now. We're going to go party after. And let's just live this. And we started having more people, having 3, 4, 5 more people. So we had a room full of people. And I was like, yeah, this is success. You know, when you watch people on social media, YouTube, you can hear all this chatter in the background. There's 100, there's 20 people, 10 people. And I was like, that's fucking success. We made it. And then I looked at my bank. I was like, we didn't make it.
Oh, shit.
And there was no return. So as it progressed and everything, I was like, well, why the fuck am I carrying so many people and inviting so many people when they're not giving me anything back? And it's not their job. And I didn't ask anything, but they were just taking. And I'm like, you know what? I can't be accessible to everybody. I got to stop calling people to come through and not forcing it, but hey, I don't know if I can, like, come on, make it, like, just shoot through. It's a great vibe. We're meeting people. And then as it progressed, shit started taking off. I'm like, man, I can't have all these people around me. I can't have these people that just want to come and take and be opportunistic of whoever we have on, or if we go to a restaurant or a bar, like, I can't buy a round for fucking 10 people. No mames.
Yeah.
So now my team is my team because they understood of, hey guys, like, we all need to provide something, and I'll help you guys in whatever the case is, what your dream is, what your passion is. But here we are. Now it's enclosed.
Did your dad and mom ever have a discussion with you about money?
Yeah. Did I listen? No.
No. What was the discussion? What knowledge did your dad drop on you that you said, shit, I should have invested in the stock market? My dad talked about this.
No.
What did your
the
dad?
first conversation with my dad was when he had a co-sign for my first Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, 2017, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hell yeah, bro. $400 payment. I was working at T-Mobile.
I make $400 a month.
Yeah,
fucking perfect.
and I was like, hell yeah. And then I moved up in position at work and started getting more money. So I sold that one, got the same fucking Challenger a year newer, just faster. And I showed up with it. My dad was like, what are you doing? I'm like, Dad, I got this. Like, it only went up $150. I'm good. It started progressing and more like, Eduardo, like, why are you spending like this? Why are you wasting your money? Agarra $100 y te gastas 90.
Okay, so there wasn't advice. It was just complaining. My question was, what kind of business advice did your parents give you in terms of investing in the future?
None. It's just have a savings.
You understand?
There's none.
There is no financial education that we get from our parents.
Not at all.
You understand that the rest of the world, white people and other cultures, they all talk, Asian, Indian, they all talk investment. Yeah. You need to do this. You have to look at your interest rate. How much are they charging you on a credit card? I mean, they have these conversations. Unfortunately, as Latinos, we never have this conversation with our kids.
Like my dad knows how to manage his money and stuff, but he didn't know how to tell me. He didn't know how to give me that advice. He just said, be careful. Hey, no hagas a lo pendejo. But
yeah, just que estoy bien pendejo.
I'm like,
bien pendejo.
I was like, Dad, mira la cara, güey.
Mira, güey.
Bien pendejo estoy.
I don't know what to do with $28,000. Look at this.
Yeah, and then go to taxes. You're gonna get a refund of $1,000. A gastarlos, güey. Eso sí. And then se gastan, and I was like, no, pues. Voy a comer en casa, güey. No puedo salir. So yeah, no advice. Realistically, no advice. The best piece of advice that I'm actually getting, it's now. Like, I didn't know about an LLC until I had there's a gym out in Oxnard, House of Gains. This guy is 23 years old at this time last year that we met him. He told me about it now. We went to go eat with everybody after the podcast. He was like, hey, you're going to pay with your business card? Okay. I was like, my debit card? Yeah. He was like, no, the business one. This is a business lunch. Yeah, fool. Yeah, I just forgot it today. And then me dio cosa because I'm older than him, and to really go and ask advice from him. So a couple of days later, I'm just like, hey, bro, what was that? What was that thing you were telling me about? LLC? What the fuck is that? Yeah, bro, it's a business. It's for your, what you're doing is a business.
Yeah.
Run it like a business. I was like, oh, okay. So I started looking into it. Boom, yeah. And then I opened up this, like, the podcast is a podcast, but it's a fucking business now. Yes. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's funny because you're gonna spend on alcohol or this. I'm like, see, wait, but I can write that shit off. Yes. It's part of it now.
Yes.
And just to my point is, asking for advice was the hardest shit that I needed to do. I've never wanted that. I was like, I'm going to learn this shit the hard way. Even started podcasting. I just went on YouTube. I tried to learn it myself, and I have.
And that's why you surround yourself with people that are going to make you grow. Does that make sense? My friends now, if they don't bring something to the table in terms of me growing as a person, then I have to find a way where you fit into this, because it's all about pushing forward. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with it. I just want to surround myself with people that think the same way I do.
But let me ask you something. So if this next person is going to come in and they can add value, but their values on why coming in isn't correct, do you still allow him in?
No, because life is too short. I don't live a headache. My life is simple. I simplified my life so much where if you are trouble, if you bring chaos, if you bring disrupt what I have here, I cut you like a fucking cancer in a second.
See, and that's why right now I'm very picky on who we have. Do we have the best editors that we have? No, we don't. We are the best editors ourselves. But I tell people, like, fool, like, there's a lot of people that are very talented in whatever their craft is, but not everybody's meant to suit you and your passion. If I'm gonna allow this person to walk into my table, they better come with the right intentions. They better come with the same vision that we have, and have a heart for it. And people don't understand that. Like, people want to come in to do our content, our edit. And you're like, hey, wait, I can't pay you. Like, no one gets paid here. We do this because we love it, and at one point it's gonna get paid. All right, bro. Well, whenever I'm like, fool, if you come in with the intentions of you want the money. That's why shit don't work out for a lot of people.
This is the thing, though. Even if I pay you, it doesn't work out, because I've been in the other opposite side. Yeah. How many people have been sitting in that chair where my brother's sitting at? Okay, 1 million.
Yeah.
Since 2019, I've been paying people to sit there and do their job, and it's the hardest thing I can ask them to do. Yeah. I said, you can't show up on time, bro. You can't set up shit. Like, I'm paying you. Yeah. You're not here for free. Like, I gave you money. do your job.
Yeah, people ask themselves, why isn't my shit progressing? Look at your village. Look at your squad.
Yes.
Look at the people next to you.
And I'd rather be alone.
Oh,
and
hell
I'd
yeah.
rather be alone. I say, fuck it. I mean, my brother's doing a huge favor for me coming in on Sunday because the other people, they have other shit to do.
Yeah.
And I get it. But he also comes from the same mentality of like, fuck it. Shit got to get done. Shit got to get done. That's
Like,
it.
We have X amount of numbers on social media platforms. People think that, oh, we don't, ya no hacemos mano de obra, güey, ya no hacemos nada.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Dylan set up every single mic, every single camera, light. We're the ones that fucking edit. We're the ones that travel whenever we need to travel. We do everything ourselves. Sometimes it's a thing in me too. Like, I love the control of it because, again, I only know what I want out of this, right? But
How far does this go, though? Okay, like, what's the ultimate goal? Like, what's the dream at the end of the fucking...
Man, honestly, I want to have a show, a production.
You want to have a late night show? Is that what you want?
I really, like, I love Steve Harvey.
Uh-huh.
I want something like that. But what we're doing right now, it's helping a lot of people, and it's gonna have its own entity. But from this, and my thing is, we're gonna do this show, and it's progressing. We're gonna stir off and do something else.
100 mexicanos dijeron. Some 100 mexicanos dijeron.
Yeah, like, I want to have, me and my other guy we're talking about this, and we're like, we want to have a production company. We want to have a media company. Why can't we fucking do something bigger than just this? But at the end of the day, like, one of my biggest goals is, like, I want to be able to have this show and sell it to a major company where it's like, we need a production, we need a show.
Teddy, is that possible? Do you think he can do that? Be honest with him.
Be honest.
Be honest.
As a group?
As a group, yes.
So you guys are in sync. You're Justin Timberlake.
Ooh.
That's what it is, bro. I mean, I'm just being honest.
That was good. Damn.
Right.
Because what it sounds like to me, you want a late night show. You want Steve Harvey. There's only one Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a team behind him.
For sure.
Of course. But your entire team has to understand that you're Steve Harvey. And if that's okay, then it will happen.
Yeah.
And if that's not okay,
Ooh.
you're going to have to leave some more people behind.
Do you have questions for him, by the way?
That was good, bro.
That was good.
The way he put it, like,
yeah.
he brought up a band that almost maybe no one knows
So
right now.
I'm 45, and
Yeah.
my wife said, "Hold on, let me talk to Teddy before I tell you what I think." Because Teddy's going to tell you, and then you're going to go, it's brilliant. So let me, like, this motherfucker is like an old, like, Buddha. Like, he's a young Buddha, like, but stuck in a young man.
So here's the thing with Richard. The reason why I'm here, I also run a photo booth, so I got to go do a photo booth after this. Motherfucker, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Richard. I have nothing to gain on his success. I'm not a comic. I'm not an entertainer. I want nothing but for him to succeed.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to make him Steve Harvey, and I'll be in the background, no problem. The problem is that all these other comics around him also want to be Steve Harvey. So it's hard for them to take a back seat. So that's why I feel like I have his best interest in mind, rather than everyone else. So unfortunately, that's the thing. It's like your co-host and everything, as much as you love him and everything, somebody has to give.
That's exactly why I'm saying this isn't gonna. We're not letting this one go. This one succeeding is doing really well, but we can also do something bigger, and we can, in a sense, like how, since we have everybody. My thing is, how can I grow and where everybody has an opportunity?
This is how they find their voice. Meaning, don't let them. It's not necessarily you. It
has to come from them.
It has to come from them and say, "Oh, this is what I feel comfortable doing. Why don't you do this for me? Why don't I do this on this side?" Now, if you have the capabilities of doing that for them, great. Do it for them, because that would be a gangster move to do. Like, I'm helping you, just like you helped me. But at the end of the day, I had a conversation with my buddy Sam. And he came down and we were talking about him. He's not going to be able to open up for me, right? And I had a heart-to-heart to him. And I said, bro, it's 13 years of comedy for you. Why are you opening up for me? No offense, bro. I love you. I want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the same thing I told in other podcasts, I'm telling you, bro, as a friend, nobody's going to remember your fucking name. You're still just my opener. It's time for you to step up and be your own headliner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to beat me.
It's the Wu-Tang Clan, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody has to break off and do their own solo album.
Yeah.
I like my co-host Dylan. That's my brother, man. That's the dude that when we had 10 views was with me, right? But I encourage him too. And I'm like, yo, like my own social media platform, like I'm growing it, it's going. But I tell him, like, hey, fool, like you're your own person too. Like people love you, but you also got to do your part and put your own content out there and be yourself. But it comes from him, and I'm like, yo, whenever you're ready, fool, you'll do it.
Yeah.
It's
He'll
just-
find it.
Yeah, he'll find it. It's just for me, what I have in my head, I'm like, I don't have time to waste.
Yeah, I feel that same way too.
I cannot waste time. That means I like after this, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna edit, post for tomorrow's podcast, and do everything that I need to do.
Luis, let me ask you something. You mentioned Steve Harvey. Are you interested in doing stand up? Would you do stand up?
No.
You would, Steve Harvey's a stand up, right? I mean, I'm just because you mentioned Steve Harvey, a host.
And I would do it in the sense of motivation, like when he talks to his audience and he gives advice or asks people from the crowd, "Hey, what's your
Have
question?"
you ever spoken in front of an audience?
Hell yeah, my high school teams,
What's that, mamon? Those are your friends. I'm talking about strangers.
the parents. I coach high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you don't have a problem talking in front of people.
Oh no, I'll bullshit the fuck out of it if I need
That's
to.
what I'm talking about. Okay, so now, but why? Because I'm offering you an invitation to the Irvine Improv.
Chinga.
I want you to host meaning you're up there. Say, hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Luis, and I want to introduce the comedians tonight. Da da da. Talk to people, tell them where they're from. Do what Steve Harvey does. I just want you to feel it, like recognize it, and go and do it on stage, and then you go, oh fuck, okay, that's what Steve Harvey does.
Yeah.
Just the same thing he does when he talks outside. I would love you to come and do the Irvine Improv on a Sunday. Just host it and introduce the comics. You don't, no pressure on being funny, but I do want to see you interact with a live audience that doesn't know you.
Yeah.
Meaning, in the school, they have to shut the fuck up and listen because you're the coach.
But over here it's different.
Here, I paid a ticket, motherfucker. You're supposed to entertain me.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So, would you take that challenge, bro? Would you come to the Irvine Improv and host it? Or you don't have no pressure on being funny, but be engaging.
Well, they say that when you start growing, you got to be in uncomfortable situations.
That's right. Very uncomfortable situations.
Yeah. I think in order to step to the next chapter too, like you got to get into these type of situations.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in a controlled environment. I control everything that happens. But when I get into I'm like this. But
Vale verga, puto! And you get that scream up there.
no, yesterday we sat down with Concrete. He's like, bro, the first time I hosted, there was no laughs. I got off and they were just like, hey, bro, next time it'll be okay. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, damn. So now you're saying that, like, bro, there's no reactions. No, everybody's talking shit. Like, oh, man.
Can I put you at ease? When it comes to the comedy shows, everybody comes in with the mentality of make me laugh. They don't come here going, I hope this guy sucks. No, they go, I hope this guy's great.
Yeah.
They always come in with that positive mentality. So as long as you come in with a positive attitude, you won't fail. Trust me, I know what he feels because Concrete wanted to compare himself to the other comedians that were on the show, but you can't. See, you got to go and compare yourself to who you were 5 minutes before you went on that stage because you opened up the show and you're not the same person once you get off.
Yeah.
You're different. So compare yourself to that person, and can you do it again? That's important, bro.
Wow.
But don't have any pressure like that, bro. Remember, you're not a stand-up. You're just here breaking through, want to be a host. I have to be engaging in front of people, strangers,
Yeah.
if ultimately this is what I need to do.
Shit.
That's all. Go ahead.
Also, these venues might also start allowing you to do live podcasts at the venue.
That's something else, bro. If you guys want to come in and do
It's
a live podcast, that's another revenue of income.
Most definitely. And that's why, when people see us, they see numbers. Oh my God, you're growing. Hey, but our ideas of podcasting isn't just we're going to stick to the fucking studio and that's it. No.
You want to take it on the road, right?
We're doing and God willing, we're one of the restaurants out in Carson, Monterey Park, like they want to host us now, but they see the value that we have and they see the reach. And again, that happens because we've put in the work, not because we've had amazing guests. we've put in actual fucking work, right? And I'm like, if we're gonna make X amount of money every month, we will be so stupid if we don't reinvest it. When I say that, we rent out studios. You may rent out a studio. The next podcaster may rent out a studio. Who owns the studios? The white man, couples. And why can't us Latinos own it?
Well, that's the reason you're in this podcast. That's the reason I offer you this offer. There's so many other people I could offer this to, but I said, no, as Latinos, we have to help each other out. We have to give each other opportunities. We have to open up those doors. And we talked about, some people say, oh, I earned it myself. I don't need any help. Yeah, I know, but it's hard, fucker. You know what I mean? White privilege is real. So we have to create our own privilege. You know what I mean? So whenever I see a Latino that tells me this is what I want to do, in my brain, I automatically go, how can I help this guy get to where he wants to go? You know what I mean? If this is an opportunity for you to realize, okay, I definitely don't want to be Steve Harvey, and I definitely don't want to get on stage.
Do you stop helping when
Never.
they don't?
Never. Even if they don't. Listen, I stop helping when they stop asking, because you didn't ask anymore. And you're not asking, I'm offering, but I'm talking about, like, when you're helping somebody and they don't want to help themselves, and you see that they don't really care. Yeah. Like, if you don't care, I don't care, bro. I mean, like, at the end of the day, if you tell me if you don't show me that you care, that you're passionate about it, I'm not gonna get passionate about it.
But it's how we said too on our podcast, where it's like, you stop caring. Fool, why'd you stop caring? Why'd you stop help? Motherfucker, you didn't want to help yourself. What do you think? What did you expect?
Yes.
And it's just like you're feeding into an empty cup.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Now, if I help you and you show potential and you really love it and you go, Richard, where can I do this again?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, here's 100 more fucking opportunities for you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck, great.
Yeah, I think for me, my goal is, how can I present an opportunity to you, and how can I put you in the right position? Mm-hmm. It's up to you to take advantage of it.
That is it.
That I can't do more than that. And that's where I'm at right now. We are growing, we're progressing. I can only help out the people that really want to.
Can I ask you something? Do you get stigma, or do you get pushback, the fact that, I don't know if it's the only me, you're Mexican American, you were born in this country, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your parents are from Mexico?
Yeah.
Where are they from?
They're from La Sauceda, Michoacan.
Okay, Michoacan. When you go back to Michoacan as a kid, did you get a lot of fucking pushback? Did you get, es bien el pinche pocho? Do you get a lot of, like, racism amongst each other? Like, they say you're not really Mexican. Do you get that?
Recently, no.
But when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I was oblivious. Eres allá, tú no sabes. Uh-huh. And, like, what people see this persona now, but, like, I was fucking fat and shy as a kid. Mm-hmm. I didn't want no problems. I was fucking bullied in elementary. Everything. I was, whatever comment.
Did you ever talk to your dad about your bullying?
Hell no.
Why not?
¿Qué va a hacer mi papá?
What do you mean you're being bullied? The same thing white people do. They go talk to the principal and say, hey.
If you go tell your dad, hey, dad, they're bullying me. ¿Qué te va a decir tu papá? Amárrate los huevos, güey. Like, yeah, my mom taught me, like, all right, like, be a good kid. Uh-huh. Don't get in trouble. You get in trouble, vas a ver en la casa. Mm-hmm. But those type of things, I didn't want to ever say anything because I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to be in a situation that is trouble. So I avoid trouble at all costs. Uh-huh. Now, like, do I get pushback off of that? No, because I show that we deserve to be in these same rooms as other motherfuckers, mm-hmm. despite our color. I know sometimes when we go to restaurants, the only other person that has the same skin color is the busboy, mm-hmm. is the guy getting the valet. Mm-hmm. Why is he here? And yeah, we get waiters that they look at him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, cálmese, güey. Cálmese, porque no le voy a dejar nada de tip ahorita.
Los 10 centavos que le iba a dejar no se los voy a dejar.
Se los voy a regresar. But like I tell people, and I've said it before, act like you've been here. Uh-huh. Don't, like, I coach girls, and we went to go play teams in Orange County. My paisas from Baldwin Park all the way to Orange County. I had told my girls, we're not in our fucking city. They may have a sense of who they think we are. Don't be that. Don't act that way. Be you. but hey, act like you've been here, right? Don't act to the stigma of, oh, you guys are this and that. No. Act like you've been here and
So
show
you
it on
told
the field.
them, turn off the boombox with Peso Pluma. We don't eat that shit.
No, these girls are crazy, bro. They were playing Tupac. They were playing fucking Biggie Smalls, Dre, and I'm like,
ladies.
I'm like, whoa. But yeah, I mean,
So you coach what, women's soccer?
girls soccer and girls flag football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So patience is.
How do you deal with the parents, bro? Because everybody, that's a star, bro. That's my star. How do you deal with the parents?
I shut them down right away.
Did you tell them, hey, your kid vale verga. Your kid fucking is horrible.
Wait, all the parents, they see a young coach. So I'm 27. My assistant coach is 20, just turned 20, 21. We're young as fuck. So when we play teams, the coach on the other side ya tiene 34, 40. He's been coaching for 20 plus years. Y le damos en su madre.
Yeah.
And se enojan. They don't. But when parents, they want to have an opinion, I'm like, Señora, I don't tell you how to run your house. Don't tell me how to run my team.
Oh, shit. You should start telling me, get him on steroids. If you get him on steroids, maybe I can play here.
If you would get your daughter here on time, yeah.
As a coach, how do you feel that the opposite team has a transgender player that now is playing with your girls? Do you understand? You have girls that are fighting for scholarships. Because I have a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going to get her into soccer. One, I love the sport. Second, I want her to be in a team. I want her to be a team player. But I also understand as a father, if I want her to get a scholarship, that transgender person's going to get maybe that scholarship. Because how do you feel as a coach? Do you say anything? Have you experienced anything like this yet?
No, haven't.
And if you do, what would you say anything? Would you just tell your girls, hey, it is what it is, guys. Play as best as you can?
Dale en su madre si necesitan.
Yeah, right? Fair is fair. You're both girls. Go at it. No, I mean, honestly, at that point, you're both girls, right?
It's in the field, whatever the situation is, I train my team and I give my team that confidence of like, yo, you got to go to fucking war. Go to war. Like, we play girls, like, my paisitas are like 5'5", 5'6" at max.
But they're rugged, bro.
Oh,
They're
man.
rugged.
I had two that we were playing some white school, and I swear at halftime, one of the parents, this is America. Dije, puta madre.
Wow,
Dije,
doing a soccer game?
Yeah.
With girls.
And all the parents on our side, up like, hey, what the fuck? What was that? They're like, the coach didn't even shake my hand or anything in the middle, and I was like, vas a ver, güey. No, güey, they had girls like 6 foot, played since they were 2 years old, ballers. And we were losing, and my girls were like in half crying. I'm like, why the fuck are you guys crying? Like, amárrense, güey. I was like, go to fucking war. Play
Porque se
everything.
amarran, güey. Amárrense los huevos, güey. Pero de
Amárrense las
girls.
cintas, güey, las cintas.
Okay.
And we went to war, and I was like, don't back down. If they're going to fight, you fight back. And yeah, they did a dirty play, and then I had to, one of my defenders was about to fight. Then my other one comes through, what's up, bitch? I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'm like, you go there, I'm going straight to the coach that way.
Teardrops, bro. Teardrops. I raised him well.
I told him, I was like, oh, I told my coach, I was like, fool, they start getting, I'm going straight to the coach, fool. I'm running that way.
Okay, I'm going to get my daughter into soccer, bro. Anything I should look out for a coach? Any advice you can give me with my daughter?
Make sure they get to practice on time and don't miss a day.
All right, good.
Yeah, because there's parents, oh, vamos a ir de vacaciones, no puede llegar a un juego. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but why didn't she play today? Was she here at practice? Was she here at the game?
Yeah.
Where was she?
Yeah.
Was she here all?
She was in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to travel this. You don't think a game is important?
Yeah.
No, I kicked one out because she didn't show up to the game. She didn't.
No call, no nothing.
She showed up to her brother's senior night while we had a game that day that was for the championship. And they thought it was more important there. And it wasn't the first time they missed. And I was like, you know what? Hey, tomorrow just turn in your uniform. And then that was heated. He was like, why would he do that? Motherfucker, you made her choose. I just had to do the best for my team. Because girls are hard, bro. If they see that you're favoriting somebody, they're like, no, you have favorites. You only allow. So I'm like, no, I'm going to treat everybody the same. You miss, pa fuera. If you don't come, hey, you won't play.
And that's life.
Yeah,
That's life. Learn
like,
it here.
I've sat down with some of my star players, and I'd rather take the loss or tie than to win at all costs. If at the end of the day,
Listen what they're taking away from this. And I'm glad that you are that person. I'm glad you are this person that gets to hear all these stories. But look at what's going on with them. They will know at that moment, at that age, life is not fair.
yeah,
Life is not going to fucking bend for you. Life's not going to fucking do whatever you want it to do. Life will tell you, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You fucked up, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you anything.
if your daughter's gonna start soccer, if you see her crying, what would you tell her?
Stop crying. Stop fucking crying. There's no reason for you to cry. I'm sorry. I would tell my daughter, stop crying. Yeah. I'm not going to listen to you until you stop crying. We're not going to have a discussion while you're crying.
What if she says she don't want to be here no more? She wants to leave.
I don't care what you want. It is what I want you to do. And I'm sorry, and this is a discussion and argument me and my wife have, because I keep telling her, life is going to tell her that. Yeah. And I want her to learn it here in a safe space with me, where I'm going to hug her afterwards. And I'm telling her, sorry, mama, you're still going to come tomorrow to soccer, and you're still going to do practice, and I don't give a shit. Yeah. And here's a hug. Now let's go have some ice cream, and tomorrow you're still gonna. I don't give a fuck what you want. It's what I want.
Yeah,
because I want life to let her know that's it.
I've told these girls. I think we lost. We tied. We didn't even lose, but we tied a team that we should have never done it to. We got back to the high school. I think like 6:30, almost 7, and I told the bus driver, I was like, drop us off by the tennis courts, and then all the girls were like, quiet, and then I was like, put on your cleats, start running, and one of them was like, dude, what? Like, we didn't even play. If you didn't, pues váyanse. I was like, if you guys leave, turn in your uniform. I'm like, we're not gonna do this. Some of them were crying, and I'm like, why the fuck you guys are crying?
That's life.
You guys did this, suffer the consequence. But I promise you, this is not gonna happen again. And no, it didn't. We went to work. We did our shit. Pero les digo, like, there's moments that these girls cry, and even with my kid, with my son, like, hey, pa qué lloras? Like, you're fine. But here's a hug. I was like, hey, but go ahead. I was like, you good? Yeah, vámonos.
That's it.
So it's you know, because if you start babying people, whether they're older, like, if my friend is depressed and he's crying. And
I have a friend, Irma, in Texas. She's had a joke. Says, I was such a bad mother that I made great kids. Ooh. I was such a bad mother that I made great kids. What does she say by that? She says, my kids knew how to make breakfast. Shit, they knew how to make breakfast for me. These kids learned how to change their own diaper at 2. Like, these kids, like they got on their shit. They were making their own fucking bottles. Yeah. You know what I mean? He says, I was such a bad mother that I made great kids. He says, these kids, they don't need me now, though. Yeah. They're so independent that they're like, shit.
That's life. You start babying everybody, they're never going to know how to fend for themselves.
So, that being said, I'm going to wrap this up now. I want to ask you, are you down for July 2nd to host, bro? No pressure, just to say, hey, what's up? My name is Lise. I got some funny guys for you tonight. Would you be down to do this?
July 2nd.
July 2nd. That's a Sunday. I know you're not working.
Can I drink before?
You can drink. As a matter of fact, I'll pay for the drinks. How about that, bro? Tú dale, güey, la lilacha, güey. We will fucking drive you home afterwards.
July 2nd.
Bring your co-host, because I want everybody to see you eat shit.
Dang. I mean, what do you got to lose, right?
Yeah, just shake a hand. Bam! July 2nd, we got Luis on July 2nd. You heard it here, guys.
No me griten, por favor, porque voy a llorar. De veras voy a llorar.
So thank you very much for being part of this, bro. It really means a lot for you to drive your ass all the way out here and fucking be part of this, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And let's do it again July 2nd, man. Anything else you want to say before we leave? Your podcast, anything?
Subscribe to a Toast Life podcast. You'll make comedians cry. You'll see comedians cry.
I know, bro. How can you have a comedian cry in your face?
The most viral video up to date. But honestly, thank you for having me. And you end up meeting people along your journey that were always supposed to be in your life. And I know that's why we're fucking here. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because now knowing where your studio's at, I don't live that far from you, fool.
Are you fucking real? How far are you?
10 minutes, fool.
Are you serious? You're out here? Oh, bro, then we're going to get this writing session going. Like, no. I'll tell you this. If you're willing to come down, I'll help you put together your first 5 minutes, man.
Let's do it.
Are you down?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's put together, dude. This is an experiment I always wanted to do with somebody that really wants to do it. We'll put 5 minutes together for you to open it up. We'll talk about your life and I'll help you punch it up. Done?
Let's do it.
All right,
Run
brother.
it.
Bam. All right,
yeah,
bro. That
man.
is it. Thank you very much, Luis. That is it for the Richard Villa
go.
podcast. Thank you for joining us.